Hey, this is Andrew Brown from ExamPro, and we are looking at Azure Virtual Machines, which makes it easy for you to choose your own OS, compute, memory, and storage, and launch a server within minutes. All right, so let's take a quick look here at VMs for Azure. And this is a highly configurable server that relies on virtualization, meaning that you're running a server without having to actually buy and maintain physical hardware that runs it. You will still have to manage things at the software layer, so you would have to apply your own OS system patches and installing the configuration packages. But the nice thing is that you're not dealing with that hardware. It's just going to work for you. And some things I want you to know about Azure Virtual Machines is that the size of the virtual machine is determined by the Azure image. And so the image defines the combination of vCPUs, memory, and storage capacity. The current limit on a per subscription basis is 20 VMs per region. I would think that if you wanted more, you could just use another subscription. I don't know if they have service limit increase for that, but that might be possible as well. Azure VMs are billed at an hourly rate. An instance or a single instance that you launch is going to have availability of 99.9% when you're using premium disk. If you have standard disk, I have no idea what it is, but it's going to be less than that. If you want to get 99.95% availability, you're going to have to launch 2 instances within an availability set, and you can attach multiple managed disks to an Azure virtual machine. Now, just to give you like a quick visual of what's actually happening when you launch an instance, because when you do launch a virtual machine, there's going to be other networking components that are going to be created or associated with you, and you definitely need to know all these components here. So I have this nice diagram, and we're going to do a quick run through with it. And I want you to just know that when you do launch a virtual machine, it actually does give you a list of all the components that it creates. This is actually very common with most Azure services, and sometimes what they'll do is they'll put it within a resource group for you so that they're all grouped together, which is very nice. But let's just run through these common components that you need to know, such as the network security group. And this is going to be attached to your network interface. It acts as a virtual firewall with rules around ports and protocols. So that is what's protecting our virtual machine. You have the network interface that handles IP protocol. So that's how the virtual machine talks to the internet or other things on the network. You have the virtual machine itself, or the instance. That's the version or the instance that is currently running. It's going to get a public IP address assigned to it. So that's how people from the internet can actually access the virtual machine. And then you're going to have to launch it within a virtual network. And so you're going to have that VNet. So you'll either choose one or you'll be creating one during that wizard process. So there you go.